Hey everyone, welcome back to Code with NM. I am NM. Here we learn coding by building real projects together. Whether you are a beginner or leveling up your skills, you will always take something practical away. Let's jump into today's topic and happy Diwali to all of you. So before jumping into today's topic, in my community last time I've posted what topic should I go live on next, so majority of you all voted for backend project Python plus Flask. Of course, that's why I'm doing this Diwali greeting using Python and Flask. Okay, so simple. Today's project is very much interesting. If all of you want to try, let me just quickly ping live demo link here. Hi Shashank, how are you? Happy Diwali. And yeah, sure, after demonstrating this, we'll demonstrate your project also. I've run it, tested in local. It's awesome. You have done a very great job. I've gone through the code, but yeah, there are few changes I love for you to make it from your end to make it more human readable. Okay, so create your own Diwali greetings means personalize the greeting. For example, right now, what we do, we just send a happy Diwali simple message, or else we just send a GIF or an screenshot, or we took an image from here and there on Google and send it. Now, why can't we have a specified name, means a customizable image to send to our beloved one, our friends or family? So there are list of the colors. This is a text color, means font color. Of course, I will go with red, and there are five images. Of course, you can have n numbers of colors and or color palette over here, and n numbers of Diwali images also. So let's go with this. I loved this one. Let's have my complete name as we are wishing Diwali, and let's create generate greeting. Same you all can try. I have just pinged the live demo link of this complete application in the live chat. So here your greeting is ready. What can it do? We can download this and send it on WhatsApp or Instagram, keep it as status or Insta story, XYZ. You can use it on Facebook, or we can create a shareable link, and this is the shareable link. Once you share it to anyone, let's open the new tab. See, that image will be opened. And here also, if I download the greeting, it will download that greeting for me. See, this is my greeting. The image I have selected, the person's name I want to wish, and beautiful. This is your personalized, customizable Diwali wishes. Of course, this is much more required today. So let's create another one, and you can create another things also over here. And in the live, the link, okay, I tried, it works good. Thank you, you love it. And of course, the shareable link will also work. You can share it with your friends and family group. And today we will gonna see how this can be achieved using Flask and Python, because anything can be done with the help of coding. Nothing is impossible in the world of programming, in the world of coding. Before that, there is one of the learner, one of my subscriber, who has done a very wonderful job, a very wonderful. He has created a chatbot. So let me demonstrate that too in this live. And of course, this is the bonus, because always in Diwali we have a habit to get a bonus or a sweet or something, but as in form of gift. So in this live, we will be seeing that demo too. Shashank, we will see how to create the link and everything. It's all coding, bro. It's all coding. Let me just quickly open the Shashank's project and we'll go through it. And this is also a wonderful project. So this is, I hope my screen is visible. Let me quickly check it on live. Okay. Yeah, it's visible. So this is the GUI. This is the interface GUI. As you can see, a AI chatbot. Uh, there is a title above, and chatbot is ready. Type a message below. So let's type hello to it. Hello, comma, I am Nilesh. And see, the bot is replying to us. I don't know the answer, so that would you like to teach me? Okay, let's directly type hello and let's see what its response. It says hello. How can I help you? Let's ask him how are you, because it's still fuzzy match. I am your offline chat assistant. So it will give a random answers to you all. This is a very good application. And of course, Shashank is just uh, created. There are few things he need to work on, but this is absolutely a wonderful project. We can give as many as questions or prompt and ask to this AI bot. Shashank, you need to name this chatbot something, so we can call it something. You can think of a good name for your project. So we can ask what is your name. Let's see what its response. So it's basically because it's a chatbot. It's not, of course, it's not completely AI, or else it will process everything and then try to come up with the answer. So chatbot works like this only, because we have a preset of questions and answer in terms of keywords and values. So I'm just trying different values. Tell me something interesting. Let's see. Do you know that honey never spoils? Ancient jar of honey found in Egypt were still edible. That's very interesting fact. Let's ask him, tell me a joke. Let's see if it can tell us a joke. Sorry, my bad. Tell me a joke. Why did the computer go to doctors? To go to doctors because it had a virus. Very funny of you, chatbot. So this is what Shashank has created, and he has done a wonderful job. Okay, please try one word. Okay, let's try one word. Let's ask about life. Let's see what AI thinks about life. Life, also known as biota, refers to a matter that has a biological process such as significance in self-sufficient process. It is defined indescriptively by the captating for Homo stats organization, metabolism, etc., etc., etc. Or it can go on, of course, all times, and eventually reach a state of death and immortality, and some philosophical definition of living system has been processed such as self-organizing system defining in the future. Of course, it's a very good project, Sashank. Very good project. And there are few areas I want you to work on. First thing first, the code files. I can't show the code in the live because it's your project. You have done a code in hundreds of lines. I just want you to create functions if possible, or modules if possible, and create multiple files, and then try to import those modules and function into some other files, and that will help you to bring your code together, because right now it's hundreds and hundreds of line. If something goes off, I need to go through 400 lines, or also you need to go through, anyone in future, if you want to work on a group project, they need to go through each and other lines, because that's how Python works. So this is one suggestion. And second, try to use different ML modules in this. So like this, like here it says I'm an offline chatbot, I'm your simple offline chatbot. This types of respond from this actual chatbot will be differing, because first time it will be responding like I am your offline chatbot. Second time it will be processing all the data as you have in the JSON, and then come up with the mixtures of those uh, keys and values pair and come up with its own answer. That's how you can turn this complete project into real-time AI. That's my second suggestion to you. Of course, it's a wonderful project, so clap for Sashank. And in chat, I just want you all to give a thumbs up to Shashank. Okay, let's move on to our greetings. Of course, Diwali greetings. So if you all coding with me, let's open the VS Code first. I've already created a folder Diwali underscore greeting underscore app. Before jumping into the coding and creating files and XYZ stuff, first thing first, do any one of you have any doubt in Python from basic to intermediate to somewhat advanced? If yes, let's clear those out. If no, then we will start directly creating files, folder structures, and XYZ. Oh, got it. I got your point. So here's if you are aware of Google Colab, if you know Google Colab, how to use Google Colab, you can create such type of projects on Google Colabs. So try to use Google Colab, and inside it, it's somewhat like Jupyter. If you are aware of what Jupyter is, then you can do heavy stuffs on that, because it provide TPUs. We have GPUs in our system, so they provide TPUs, terabytes of RAM they provide. So with the help of those TPUs, we can actually do it. Okay. Okay, today we are starting with Flask only. I have multiple videos on Flask, and you need to learn about APIs, of course. Just basic simple get, call, post, put and delete, because creating ML and AI will help to a certain extent. If you want to deploy it in the cloud and you want others to use and enjoy your projects, you need to deploy it in the cloud, and to do it you need to somewhere be aware of how APIs work in IT industries, because everything over here is API. Us communicating is with the help of API only. There are certain set of APIs which is working. That's why I am going live here and you are watching from here, and this is all completely APIs is doing. So this is how machines talk. One server talks to another server is with the help of API. That's what. YouTube have a server, I have an internet, you also have internet. Your internet, my internet has a different server. This all servers connects with API with the help of APIs. And those APIs are communicating with each other. That's why we are able to communicate with each other. Because ultimately we directly are not communicating. Our servers are communicating, and there we are hosting videos, offline text, Wikipedia, or going live. That's why we need to know a basics of what API is. So I think I've done from scratch how to create APIs, what is get call, post call, put call, delete call. So you can go through that videos, and you will be have a basic and minimal, not just a knowledge, you will have a hands-on knowledge for that, and you will be able to create APIs after going through those live. Let me quickly grab those. Of course, copy Flask API from scratch, of course. So there are multiple links in the comment section. First, if you want the source code of this entire project of greeting, this that there is in the pin comment. The second, if you want to try this on a live demo, there is a live demo link you all can try. If you want to learn what is Flask, what is API, how to do it in Python, there is a new link I have just posted in the comment section. You can check it out offline. Okay, in this video, let's let's first create our Python file app.py. Simple, this is done. So we will be using few libraries. First is Flask, of course we need to create APIs. Second, PIL, which is pillow. This is used to manipulate images. We can, with the help of pillow, we can manipulate already existing images. Manipulate means write, delete, expand, increase the width, increase the height, and so on. Or we can draw a new image with the help of PIL, or we can have the font or XYZ onto our image or existing image. Clear what is PIL pillow means? So for that you need to install two things. So this is the command pip install first Flask. We need Flask. Let me quickly zoom in, or else I am not sure is it visible. Also let me check it is visible or not. Okay, I hope now this big is visible. Font size. Okay. And second you all need to install is pillow pip install PILLOW. Where you need to install, you can use your VS Code terminal, or else you can do it into CMD command prompt. How to open command prompt? Go to search, enter CMD, and voila, the first thing will be highlighted is your command prompt. Inside this command prompt, just execute pip install Flask. Once it is done, then do pip install pillow. Okay. Now, once it is installed, let's start coding. From Flask, there are certain things I need to import over here is, but right now I'm just importing Flask only. And of course we will be working, as I know we will be working with images, so I already importing pill, which is pillow itself, and from that, as we are working with images, of course we will be working with image draw, and the last one was image font. This three functions or method we will be utilizing in our code. Of course, we also need to import OS, because we will have a proper file system and other things, and time. For time, I will be explaining to you all why we need time over here. Okay, done. Thumbs up if we all are on same page. You're getting, if there is any doubt, you can ask me in the live chat. Just waiting for all your response. Everything is done right now. This far, thumbs up, thumbs up. Okay. Okay, here is the thing. Let me just quickly ask you all how you all want me to proceed. There's two way. I complete the code and then explain it, or else I explain few or one block of few lines of code or one block of code and then move on. How you all want it? Just comment it. Option 1 or option 2? Option 1 is I complete the code and then explain it to you all. Option 2 is one block I just coded, explain it to you all, then move on to second block and so on. So option 1 and option 2 is clear. Just type 1 or 2 and then I will be proceeding in that way. Okay, option 2. Okay, let's proceed with option 2. So few things we need to create. Few things means few routes we need to create. Now, what do you mean by routes? As in today's, we usually say, send me the link. Few of them, few nerdy ones will say, send me the URL. So this is the thing. That link, that URL is in short is your route. Not completely. Let's see one route. www dot. Let's see one route. www dot google.com slash xyz slash 123. This is your URL. This is what? This is your URL, or some of you or majority of you say link. Now, what is route over here is? So route means Python has this route. We need to create this route, and route simply over here is slash xyz slash 123. So not just, let me just not complicate it, let me remove this 123. This is your URL. Now what is that www.google.com? That is domain. That is simply domain. That google.com is domain. So a complete URL consists of two things. First is domain, second thing is endpoint. Endpoint in Python, it's known as routes. This is also known as endpoint in the world of web. This is known as endpoint if it is single, or endpoints if there are multiple endpoints. So this is clear. Any URL or any link you share on WhatsApp or Instagram or Facebook or XYZ, it should have a domain name, and the remaining things are endpoint or routes. This is clear. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Then I will move on quickly. Yeah, I've started with option 2. Just I'm waiting for your thumbs up that this part is clear for you all. What is endpoint, what is route, what is domain. Then we will be jumping on actually creating one endpoint for our application. Okay, let's jump on and create one route. Okay, so how to create that route? First, to create that route, we need to have our complete Flask application onto one variable. So for that application, I'm saying app itself, and we need to have Flask inside it. Simple name. That's it. Our all the functions, all the methods, all the variables, X, Y, Z, everything inside Flask is now stored inside app. Now we can use this app by saying @app dot route, and here we can create our route. So I will be creating first route, which is generate, because in output you have already seen we've entered the name, we selected the font color, means text color, then we selected the images and clicked on generate. Once that button is hit, what is happening behind the scene. In the UI, you are just selecting few values or providing few values and clicking or hitting that generate button. After hitting that generate button, there is one API which triggers, and that is this API, which known as slash generate. And of course, APIs comes with few set of methods. So that method we need to decide, is it a get call? Is it a post call? Is it a put call? Or is it a delete call? What does get call means? Get call means, as I am an end user, of course we all are end user to YouTube. So now I'm requesting some data. So what will server do? Server will go to the database or XYZ behind the scene and get those value which I have requested. This is known as get call. Now, what is post call? Post call is if I'm filling up a form, means as an end user, I'm sending set of or few datas to the server. What is put call? There is an existing data. I'm updating that data, and that call is known as put call or update call. Now, simply what is delete call? It will delete something, and that something will of course a data itself. So let's create our route, and it method will be, and here it is methods, don't forget this, and this is post call, and this post, get, put or delete should be all caps. So this is the endpoint or route for our application is being created. Now once this slash generate will hit, what will happen? That we need to define in a function. I'm defining it into a function. So def generate. First thing first, what we are taking, name we are taking. From where we are taking? We are taking it from a form. From UI form, there will be a form. Inside that form, we are taking that data, means that server is taking in data and passing it to the Python, because Python here is the brain of our application. So here request, because this is a request and we are requesting from form to get name, and this should be parenthesis because get is a method or a function. Simple. Now it's saying request. There is some error with the request. Why? Because it is not defined. We have not defined the request. So now let's import the request, and this request is a part of Flask library. Simple. We are all on the same page. Let me quickly jump onto the live chat. Can we create our own website? Free domain means free of cost. Yes, of course you can create it. I've created multiple free website and hosted on a free platform, because to host it you need to have a server. So you can create free websites. You can create free databases also. You can host your website free of cost, but it can't be up for 24 by 7. To make your website available 24 by 7, you need to use the web services for hosting your website. What are those web services and why we need to use it? Because they have a set of computers running 24 by 7, and on that computers or server we are hosting our website. In short, our website will be 24 by 7 available. Okay, I think you got an idea, Shashank. Hi Rama, good evening and happy Diwali. Okay, if up till now is this part is clear, then I will be jumping on to the next block of codes. This is not complete yet, so let me quickly jump. Now name is done, name part is done. We will have a background file, means the image, Diwali images. Of course, request, if it is stored somewhere in the system or on the server or in your DB, so we are requesting that particular background from there dot get and of course I am naming it as a background. The next thing will be text color, because we are allowing our users to select the text color, also known as font color, because text is known as font in world of computers. And we need to pass the text color. So by default I'm passing it as a white. That's why on the UI you all see white color first. So let me open that UI for you all. So see, text color by default white is over here. So it should be text underscore color, and of course white. Done. And we need to have one condition: if not name, means if user forgets or forget to enter name, you should have a dummy name over here. So you can have dummy name over here. I'm just saying your name. So by default, if someone forget to enter their name in the UI, let me open that UI here. So by default, it will print your name on any one of the images which user will select. Got it? So let me now, anything, no, okay, nothing in the live chat. Okay, this is done. This is basic logic is done. Now we will be playing with images. This won't be that easy. So first, BG is images. I don't want to type that huge background. So BG image equals to, now we will be using PIL, which I've already explained it to you all, which is pillow, and why it is used. It is used to manipulate images. So now we will be manipulating images, but before doing anything with the image, or if you remember our file handling, before manipulating any file, we need to do what? We need to open that file. Here we need to open this image. Once it is open, you can do whatever you want. So this is open. We need to specify the path of that file, because that where that file exists in your local system, in C drive, D drive, or in your database, SQL, MySQL, MongoDB, XYZ. You need to specify that path over here. After that, after the path is specified, I will be converting this image into RGBA. What is RGBA? Red, green, blue. What is A? You all can comment in the comment section. R for red, G for green, B for blue. What is A over there? Alt, up till then I will be continuing the code. Image dot draw dot true. Image dot draw. I was going through the live chat. Okay. Okay. And here we are saying to draw that image, and everything is inside bg.image that we have created on line number 18. It opened the image, converted into RGBA. Of course, now we need to draw it. Draw it means we need to hold it. We are using presets of images. There are 5 images I've already used in application. So drawing means to hold that image there. So now if anything, because dealing with API, dealing with images can go wrong. In most of the cases it will go wrong. That's why we will have error handling, try exception block. Here first thing first, font name, because I want to print that username onto my images, so that is why this line of code is required. And again, this image font is a function which is residing in pillow library, which we have already imported. And true type Of course, font. If you want to use any font, what is font? Calibri is a font. Romanium is a font. There are multiple types of font. You can go into your notepad and go through all. If I quickly demonstrate that too, notepad, let me quickly open. Yes, this is, and here you can have all the fonts, font family. In the font family, you can click and go through all the fonts you all know. So select any one of them or copy any one of them and paste it over here. Simple. You can do that. And the size of the font I am giving 600. Simple. First thing first, here it will be font name Calibri. This is one of the font name Calibri. I'm not sure about the spelling, but okay, just for explanation, Calibri or Romani or XYZ we have just seen on the notepad. That font specification is required, which font family we will be using and size of this font. Now, exception. If there is an exception, we need to handle it. And of course, we are trying only font name. We're trying to print our font, means in short the text on the images. So in exceptional handling, we will handle the same thing. Image font dot load default. I want to load things as it is. Means if this won't work, if the font family doesn't change, its size doesn't change in try block, what I am saying is try in this way, load as it is. The image what user has enter, sorry, the font the image has enter, for example, my name I've typed Nilesh, just load it on the image simply as it is. No changing, nothing. Done. Simple. Now we will be dealing with image height, width, etc. etc. So image width, of course, image height, and this will all be equals to bg image dot size, because here this variable is responsible to open that image, convert that image. So in short, this variable is holding that image. So here what I am basically doing is bgImage.size will break down the image into two parts, from width and height, and store the width in image underscore width and store the height in image underscore. Now, how I know it will store width only first? Because the image always have width first and height second. For example, 1920 into 1080, this all, if you are aware of, this is a resolution, that 1920 is width. First we mention width only. That's why I know that formatting. So I break down my variable in this way. Simple explanation how I know this. Now, actual printing and everything and placement of that name or text which user has enter onto an image. So I am creating box underscore name, and now we are drawing the text box here. This is coordination, no x-axis and y-axis. It has positive x, positive y, negative x. In that way, the coordination, I just want to place that image into center. So that's why the coordination is 0, comma 0. Simple. Now what we need to print? We need to print the name, because this variable is holding what user has input in the form, request.form dot get name, and this name variable is holding everything. So that's why I'm using it here. Again, font, if you want to change the font, so simply you can again enter here, or if you don't want to enter the font, you just leave it as it is. Up till now it is clear. Quickly let me open live chat. Okay, I think it is clear. Why it is not? Okay, no question asked. Let's continue. Now this is somewhat mathematics, calculations, geometry. So x underscore name because I want to have my name of at positive x-axis, y underscore name equals to 100. I just want to have the images like positive x 100 and positive y 100. The image will be there. It's completely an imagination on, or else I need to draw the x-axis and y-axis to show you all, and I think that is not required. You all are smart kids. This is the coordination I'm passing on, because if you work with image or videos and anything in coding, you need to deal with this types of calculation. And if you're thinking I know how exactly 100 and 100 is working, of course not. No developer or 30 years, 40 years, 25 years of experience can't tell use this number and this particular, on that point only the image will appear. Not possible. This is all try and error. I have tried with 30, 70, 50, 80, and of course ultimately 100 works for me with my screen size. So this is how you achieve things in coding. You just need to try and error, and that trial and error, of course, it's the CSS part. And text underscore color, I'm passing that. And if you want to pass the font, same font, double quotes, the font name. Done. Now this is done. Everything here is done. Means we draw the image, sorry, we draw the text on the image, we pass the coordinate, and ultimately we say draw the text on that image. This is done. Let's move on to other things. Means this part is done. Our generate is done. Now other things means how I'm able to create shareable link, how I'm able to create the download link. That is also API only, and that again we are going to create those things. Before jumping on to those two topic, if any doubt up till now, any part is not understandable, quickly ask and clear it out right now, right away in the chat. Hi Shivang, can you take a minute and explain what we have done? Okay, I will. Please tell what is the aim of the code. Okay, I think if you're following this live from beginning, we are ultimating, we are creating this. Of course, for everyone now from start, we are trying to create this application. What is this application? It's not, this is a hack for you all. I've created this for Diwali, of course, because Diwali season or Diwali has started from Friday itself, today itself only. So every one of you are going on shopping, cleaning the home and etc. I am doing on the same only, because this application you can convert into anything means meme generator. You can have 10 images down here, choose background, you can have 10 images, you can enter anything, any text, not your name, anything, select any color and just click on generate. You will create a meme out of an application, which application you only created it. So it can be converted into meme generator, it can be converted into your birthday wishes generator, anything, marriage or marriage card generation, of course, engagement card, anything, any type of invitation you can create with help of this application. This is the agenda what we are doing it right now in Python code. What we are doing, this is UI, this is very simple UI on the screen you all are seeing. But application doesn't work only with the help of UI. UI is just a face, it's just a makeup. Everything is behind the scene. And behind the scene means if I hit my name over here, if I select any of this color, for example red, if I select any of the images here, like the first one only, hit on this generate, behind the scene this my name will be converted into red color, the font size will be increasing, and of course this all will be placed on this first Diwali image once I click this generate greeting. Of course you can see This is running in my local system 5000. Once I hit this generate greeting, it will change from 5000 to slash greeting. Let's see. Let's observe first thing first. It has navigated to slash generate endpoint or route. Of course, it has successfully generated the desired output, my name and wishes. So in this way, you can create your own personalized wishing, not just for Diwali, not just for birthday wishes, not just for engagement or wedding or anything else. Also, if you want to try it for a funny way, you can have a meme generator. You can have 10 image, like I already have a 5 Diwali wishes blank images on the create on, let me create on this 5 images. So you can have 10 or 20 gif or image or small 10 or 5 seconds videos, xyz, anything you can have over here. Just type your friend's name, select the color, in which color your friend name should be appear, and hit on generate funny memes. You will be able to create the funny memes of your friends. So this is not just a greeting application. This is one of the example of this complete application. You can create n numbers of things with the help of this. That's what the actual agenda of today's life. Got it? Now let's jump onto the code. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to create the brain of this application. How this name, the color and everything is imposing or embedded on that image is with the help of course, the Python logic, which is the brain of our application. So first thing first, the things which are required, I've already explained this. You can just go to the start of this live and see why I'm using PIL. In short, it can manipulate images. We can resize the images. We can add few things on top of our images. Like in our case, it is text. We can create the new image itself. So this PIL, in short, pillow, help us to create those things. Now Flask, because this all are on web and web only works with the help of APIs. So Flask is used to create API. So we are creating our first API, which is slash generate and method is post. I've already explained all types of methods in this live only. Got it? Up till now, what is going on? Now, if you have any doubt, you can ask in the chat. We'll wait for a few seconds for you all. And this is not very tiring or very hectic project. Of course, there are somewhat complexity to the project is, but if you concentrate and just give it 1 or 2 hour of your time to this, ultimately you can create this project on your own after learning this all. And not just about wishing Diwali or creating memes, you can do wonders with the help of this code. Because code will be the same, application changes. API will be the same, use of the API will be changing. That's what API world is, and that API world known as web application, website, or web world, www. If you all want, I can create one video on how to create your own website. Of course, might you all know that how to host that website freely, lifetime free. I know that that is a trick in my sleeves. I don't have right now a full sleeve, of course, but yes, I know how to host a website completely free. So I can do a video on it if you all want that. Done now. What we are going through, why we are doing this, it's clear. If you want me to go through the code, this app route generate, I can explain it to you, Shivang and Ram. I think you both joined late. Sure, sure. Mm, We'll be doing that live after Diwali. Of course, you all will be enjoying Diwali, and me too also will be enjoying Diwali. In my case, MNCs only give 1 day holiday for Diwali. So for me, it's a sad thing. For you all, I think college provides 2 to 3 days of holidays. Not sure about today's college, but for us, it's not. For Diwali, for us, it's not enjoying. So I will be taking leave from my side, and I will enjoy and will be not doing code for 2 to 3 days, which is for me it's a maximum, not coding for 2 to 3 days. So after Diwali, but sure we will be picking up how to host free websites. Okay, done. Shivang clear, Rama clear, Shashank clear. Why we are doing this? Here we are just creating the brain of our application, means we are loading the background image, which is 5 image I already have on the screen. You have seen in the output. This all images, this 5 images, and we are also loading the name which user will be importing in this variable. And then what we are doing here, we are just using the power of PIL, and with the help of PIL we are just placing that text onto image. But here image is a binary file, it's completely a geometry of x-axis and y-axis. So where that text needs to be placed on the images, that we need to tell to the Python. That's what I'm doing. Is here the calculation and everything is going on. X-axis it's 100, y-axis it's 100. Again you need to calculate if you want to try different, if you want top left corner, right bottom corner, in middle, anywhere else. It's just a calculation. How you can achieve it, try and error is the only way to achieve it. There is nothing I can do. I can say 50-50. For you it won't work. For my screen size it work. For you might be you're working on different screen size. I'm working on 32 inch monitor, so for screen size it will be different. I'm not talking about resolution, talking about the screen size. Might you are working on projector, so that is very huge screen size, so it's a just try and error. Up till now you're clear, and then we are drawing it means simply there is an image and you are drawing your name or embedding your name or writing your name. But for Python's sake, they have a common syntax: draw. Draw what needs to be draw? Text needs to be draw. Where it needs to be draw? X underscore name, which is 100, and Y underscore name means the location of X is 100, the location of Y is 100. From there is the starting point. Start writing that. Now fill text under scope color. This is the color which user has selected. This is that color. In our example, I've selected red, and font is the font family. Means which style you font you want to display your font. Calibri, Arial, XYZ. So you can give Calibri and XYZ. For here, I've just given Calibri. So same I will be using. Simple. Got it? What this code is doing? Now let's proceed. Just give me quickly thumbs up, thumbs up. You all got it, so I can proceed and we all are on the same page. Meantime, enter, and then we need to create the download, of course. Okay, waiting for y'all thumbs up, and then I will be proceeding. Okay, let's continue. So once that text is been embedded on the image, we we need to have few things. So in my case, if you see, I also have my logo embedded to it. Let me quickly again I have same thing. If you see on the right top corner, you see my logo over here. You see my logo over here. So for that also, it is an image on top of an image. For that, it's the same thing what we are doing. It's the same thing what we are doing for text. And then after this, we need to, if you want to save it, you can save it. If you want to save it, how you will save it? You need to define a file path. For example, you want to save it into D drive and greetings. The folder name is greeting. So you need to have a path in one variable. You can give dir means directory, dir equals to double quotes D drive and that. And then you simply need to use this block or line of code, not block, simply one line of code, very simple, because this bg underscore image is holding everything. This variable is holding your image, so simply bg underscore image dot save and that dir variable, because that variable is holding your entire path. I will comment this out. Dir equals to double quotes d slash colon and not colon greet or greetings slash. Simply this you need to do it to save image into your local system. I'm not talking about the database because this project we are doing locally, so everything will be stored into local database, which is your drive system, D drive, C drive, XYZ E drive, whatever you have. If you're taking this project live, then you need to have databases, MongoDB, SQL, MySQL, and etc. Okay, no doubt, no doubt, no doubt. Okay, so this is how we can also, the same code will be there for logos. So let me add that if you want to have your logo the same like me, so that logo is also known as watermark. So I'm saying watermark. The same code will be there. You need to first load your logo. Again, you need to have image dot open. Same thing, same stuff. Path and convert it to RGBA. Same thing. Then again, logo size equals to logo width, logo height. Line number 26 will be here. Same as line 26. And then again same like this, draw dot text. Here it is an image, so the code will be changing to this alpha composite. And then what, done. And this, the below line of code is for saving your final output. So you need to save it on a particular folder structure into your one of the directory. Simple. And I will be leaving the space for creating share URL and image URL, because these two are required for creating a image URL. And I will be revisiting line number 41 and 42 once the code is completed. So now let's jump on to the other things which are also important is download. So how download URL look like? It's simply, I just, for this example I've kept it slash download slash, it should also consist the file name I am downloading, which will be ultimately the name you will be importing or you will be typing or inputting in that input box of the form. Means your friend name, family name, etc. Simple. Let me quickly check the live chat. Okay, so def download, I always keep the function name same as the route name only, and this will be a parameterized function directory. This we need to import from Flask, or else you can't use this function because that depends on Flask library. Simple. And now we need to pass few parameters. So it takes three parameters. First, in which proper directory or folder you want to save it, means folder name. For for this example, we will have folder name. Then the second thing is of course the file name, and the third thing is as attachment. Like if you, I think you all already used Gmail, so it should be download as attachment. What is attachment? I think you all are aware of it. And if you are doing Flask application, we need to always have this code. An explanation of this code I've already done or covered in my basic. The link of that basic Flask is already there in the live chat. Debug true true. And now this is completed. Folder. Okay, so this I need to have my folder name. So for example, like my folder name is Diwali Greeting App. Here only I want to download and save my generated image. So that I need to provide over here. This is a variable, a placeholder for that. So you can have those variable and have the complete address of this folder, Diwali Greeting App. Then file name, this file name is nothing but coming from our, this is coming from our, where this is coming from our endpoint. And where this file name is coming, it is ultimately I'm storing the file name as the user input name only. For example, in my case I've entered Nilesh, or there is a written as in Rathod family, so this file will be saved inside this Diwali greeting app as Rathod family. As simple as that. That is the meaning of this line number 46. Okay, let me quickly check the live chat. Okay, I think it's clear. Now let's start with share URL and image URL. This is important. Share URL and image URL. So first thing first, to create this, we need to use another function from Flask, which is URL underscore for. This we need to use it. URL underscore for. You can go through Python. There is a ample of reading material on Python website, original website. For all this, just need to go through that website and documentation. Inside documentation, need to search for Flask, and all the functions will be listed down. And you need to go through one by one if you want to use it. Now we need to have the file name over here, and the file name is of course the, which user will enter the name, that is the file name. Double quotes is missing. Done. And if you want to specify the folder structure, in our case, in my case, it's Diwali underscore greeting underscore app, and don't forget the slash, because this is how our computer works. D drive slash greeting Diwali app slash file name. Simple. This is our share URL. This is how the URL will be generated. For example, let me click on this share URL, and you see slash greet, because I have created not greeting but greet, and file name is Nilesh underscore a random number dot png, because this format of the file is png. This is how it is created. So in our code, that's what I'm giving it, Diwali underscore app greetings slash file name, which will be the entered name from the UI. Simple. Let me quickly jump onto chat. Okay, done. And same for image one. Static file name f, and like in my case I have greet, so I'm showing that greet slash again the file name. Simple. So you were asking how I'm creating those shareable link and URL. Simply I'm just creating this domains, this endpoint, sorry, this endpoint slash generate. If you have this block of code inside another at the rate app dot route and slash, for example, greet something, and you need to specify the method, then you can have this shareable link as a URL, or else this URL will work only because Flask is providing this URL for, and we are creating the URL, so it is shareable URL. Done. Understood. Okay, so we are done with the entire code. The only things I'm not providing is the file name, and of course the dir I'm not providing, or the folder name. Folder name, dir, it's one and the same. If you work on the Linux, it's directory. One on the Windows, work on the Windows, it's folder name. So you need to create a variable. I've already just shown, well, the time of explaining the save. You need to create a variable dir, have your entire URL. Which URL? That folder URL, d drive colon so and so, and of course the folder name too, and blah 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 blah. Done. So this is done. Now the UI part is bit complex of this application. Not that bit complex, but it has been tricky if you don't know the CSS or HTML5. But the true motive was to create a backend, which is the brain of this application. We have already created it. It's very simple, not that too big, not that complex. We have already created everything. We have everything because Python has a set of libraries. That's why code is so minimal and doing actual very big task, carrying out a very big task. So up till now here, if you all have any doubt, you can ask. I'm just waiting for your respond. And okay, understood. Rama understood. Okay, if you want the UI and CSS and everything, the complete set of code, I've already pinged one link. You can get the complete code from there. You just need to open that link and you will get the source code, of course. If you have any doubt regarding this, you can ask me right away, or any other doubt regarding Python. You all opted for no doubt, back and full understand. Oh, Rama is a scholar guy, man. You understood it very well in one go means. So you can create wonders with the help of backend, of course. Let me. I think I've given you all one. Okay, we were seeing that book management. Yes, book management or something like in live I was doing. Let me give you one quick. Let's do book management only, and like Sashank share he scored with me on the at the rate gmail.com, of course, and I've demonstrated it very well. So I'm just giving you for practice sake for Flask, create Put update means, of course, put and update is one thing only. Here in call it's put, but we say update. So let's create get, post, put and delete. These four calls using Flask, very simple calls. After seeing my videos, two lives I've already done in depth. I've explained very slowly. I've explained that what is get, how to create it, what is post, how to create it, what is put, how to create it, and what is delete, how to create it. Let's, after seeing those two live videos, you will understand Flask in depth. Then just go and try to create a book management system. That's book management system which is already there in your college library that works completely like this. So if you go and ask, I need Python book, of course, or you go and ask, I need C++, what librarians do, he type that C++ and hit enter. There is a website of your college which holds all the data of the book present in the library. So if the book is not allotted to someone, the book is not allotted, so it will say, okay, give your ID and I will allot that book to you. And then he update your roll number, division, XYZ, and then he allots the book to you. This is how it all works with the help of APIs only, because there is a beautiful UI in front. So the work of librarian is very minimalistic. He just need to enter few things in the UI and done. But behind the scene, it's all application communicating, sorry, API communicating with each others. So I want you all to do a very simple, basic book management system project. Have a 5 books in your JSON, in a JSON file. Get call will bring all the 5 books. Post call will add new book. Update call will update the name of the author or book name and the ID, of course. And delete will delete any book from your JSON. This is a very simple and minimalistic homework for you all to practice. So tomorrow is, I think, you have a half day of college, a full day. Just spend a few time or few hours of a day on those two lives. Sunday you just try and carry out this project, and once you've done it, just try to mention this in your resume, because this type of projects, this greeting application or the thing I'm talking about is book management system, will increase the weightage not just of your resume, but also it will make sure to get yourself placed, because this is the skill set on, I think, on that day live we were talking about how you demonstrate your skill set by doing this type of projects. Okay, sure. Okay, Rama is very excited. I think he will be doing this. Okay. For the source code is there in the link for the UI and CSS, because CSS is too huge and CSS is boring for me to type in live, and it will just consume my time and your time. So I've just shared everything over there. If you all don't have any doubt over here, so let's wind it off, and I will be again posting one poll tomorrow morning, and that will be regarding UI, data science, ML and AI, because I've posted this in my community. Let me open that, and you all opted for this backend project specifically in Python. So this is how you all responded here. I got 9 votes, out of which majority of you opted for backend project Python plus Flask. That's why I'm not explaining the complete thing, the UI and CSS. If you all opted for this Python Flask per React, I need to do React in live because you all opted for that. So make sure next time you all opt for the things you required. I think the Python plus Flask was most required. 78% of you all voted that. So we are done with Python. I've explained Flask. Also, the tip of the day was the pillow, because I just don't want to do the things again and again. I've already explained Python plus Flask in my two lives. That's why I've done Python plus Flask plus pillow, and pillow is used for manipulating images. So something you will get out of my life, either it will be any life from now or previous life also. You opted for data science. I think you are the one only opted for data science roadmap. Rama. No worries. vote or not, I will be doing a roadmap and introduction for data science, and I'm trying to have that one of my juniors that I've already promised you all on the live, so he can explain and share his experience, his journey uh, of how he's from where he started, how he became a uh, data scientist, and he's working from I think last 3 to 4 years as a data science. So for that, I will be sure bringing him. I've already pinged him, and because it is Diwali and everyone is in vacation mode, nobody wants to talk about studies, nobody talks about work and everything. So after Diwali, but sure, I will be bringing him, and in live we will be discussing those things. And just I just want you all to bombard my live chat with questions and ample of questions, because this is a wonderful opportunity. You won't get industry expert in free of cost explaining you the roadmap and everything about data science. So make sure on that live, just bombard and be ready with sets of all set of your questions if you want to enter the domain of data science. Okay, and I will be posting another poll. Make sure you all select wisely, because this is not I just randomly posting anything. I planned everything. If you selected front end in JS, I will sit, I will think, I create everything from scratch. I create a project, and there is a lot of hard work going behind this, because I don't want just people coming randomly to my channel and just getting nothing out of it. They're spending 1 hour 2 hour of your entire day, and of course I am spending more than 2 hours, because to create a project, how to lead that project, and new things I want to add to project. So pillow was a new thing. Pillow library in Python was a new thing for you all. I think many of you already heard about Flask. Many of you already worked on Python, created project in Flask using Python. But pillow, working with images, manipulating images, was something new in today's topic. And of course, greeting Diwali app is just one of an example. You can create meme generator XYZ with the help of this. So if there is no doubt left, so again, wishing you all a happy Diwali to you and your family. Be safe, enjoy this Diwali. That's it for today's life. Keep coding, keep building, keep pushing limits. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. More projects, more live, more concept, and of course, new, more podcast. I will be starting soon with the podcast. Coming soon. This is NM signing off. Till then, bye.